If we didn't have nitrogen fertiliser, we'd need to plough up nearly every inch to feed ourselves.
Yeah, okay. Well, it sounds like we'd need to plough that and more.
And
shoot a few.
I mean, just walking down the length as we've just walked this pipeline took us...
I'm worn out.
Yeah.
My pipe is bigger, sir, like the diameter, and their pipes are smaller.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. James is on holiday yet again, and I find myself doing something rather different today. We've left Scotland Farm and left the machinery behind, and our fertiliser, which we brought earlier in the year for next season's crop, is on its way into port. So John Fuller here, Lord Fuller, has very kindly invited us to come and, whoa dear, things are a little bit rough. Very kindly invited us to come and see the proceedings and get involved with this fertiliser coming in, which will be an interesting exercise. John, what's the procedure?
Well, we're just here we are, steady at hold height. We're just leaving now the protected waters in the port of Sunderland. We're now out into the open sea, into the North Sea, and we're going 3 miles offshore to meet a large vessel of fertiliser that we have chartered, and it's come all the way from Trinidad. Hold on. It's come all the way from Trinidad, having had a brief stop in Ghent to discharge half the cargo, and the rest of it, including fertiliser that James has bought for PX via Frontier, our good friends at Sandy. They are, and we're going to bring the ship in, and so at the moment we're on the pilot cutter, and presently, and the wind's got up. It was a bit quieter earlier on.
We weren't expecting this.
Yeah, so hold tight. So presently, we're going to the pilot's going to board up the rope ladder onto the Schwyz, bring it in, and we're going to be at quite close quarters, seeing how this huge vessel. Michael, I think you're going to be surprised how big it is.
Well, they say it's nearly 200 metres long, isn't it?
Yeah, it's about, I think it can hold about 40,000 tonnes, which is quite a lot of fertiliser. And we're going to need 3 tugs to bring it in. We're going to see the marine operations.
Yeah.
And well, we're about sort of a quarter of a mile on our 3 mile journey to get out there. And if we just peek round the corner, we'll probably see it. So on this boat, the pilot's on board. There's the bosun who's driving. There's a deckhand.
Yeah.
And Matthew Hunt, who's the port director, to make sure we follow all the rules.
Yeah.
And just over there on the port side are 2 tugs that have joined us from the port of Tyne, and there's another one, a tug on the starboard side, and that's come up from Middlesbrough.
Okay.
So together the 3 tugs will help guide the ship in.
Right.
They're not going to pull the vessel in.
No.
It'll come in under its own power.
Okay.
But the tugs are needed to slow it down.
Right.
Because it's very difficult when a ship's got momentum to slow down. So there we are.
So will the tugs do any of the steering as well, or will it just really is just to hold it down?
It's difficult to say. The pilot will be, by the time he gets into Sunderland, the pilot will be on the bridge, and he'll be telling the captain.
Yeah.
We'll be hearing on the VHF all the instructions.
Okay.
What goes on.
So we'll get a rough idea of what's going on.
Ultimately, it's the responsibility of the captain.
Yeah.
Under the advice of the pilot.
Yeah.
The snag is, because the tide is coming from Scotland to my left down the coast to the south, and the tide is quite strong.
Right.
So the ship needs to have enough speed to get through the harbour's mouth, so it doesn't get knocked sideways by the tide.
Okay.
But not so much speed that the tugs can't stop it.
Okay.
Otherwise, it's going to ram.
Right.
So you know.
Okay. So there is an element of skill involved.
And as you can see, I mean, it was quite. It was hardly a breath of wind earlier, but the wind's now gone up. It's probably force 3 or 4.
Yeah.
You know, and well, there we are.
This is actually really quite good fun.
It is good fun. Yeah. Yes, it's a bit disappointing because it's mackerel season here in Sunderland, and there's been pods of dolphins going backwards and forwards. I think the sea's just a little bit too rough, to see them, but if we keep our eyes out, we may see some dolphins there. They tend to feed early in the morning, 6 o'clock, when the sea's much calmer. Now the thing is, you've got to have, it's quite rough now, so you've got to have one hand for yourself and one for the boat. Yeah. I feel sorry for Tom because he's got one hand on the camera.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry about him. He's expendable, we can replace him. Right, John, what's happening now then?
Well, we're slowing down. Fortunately, you can see it's a lot calmer
Yeah.
because the ship is sheltering us from the wind.
Okay.
So this is the key bit. We don't want to fall in, so hold tight.
No.
So the rope ladder, I mean, it's 8 metres. It's quite a long way up. It's 25 foot. You don't want to fall off. And it's been set 1.7 metres above the sea level.
Okay.
This is exactly the height of the deck here. And presently, look carefully, this one, so we're absolutely meshed.
It's on.
Right, there goes pilot number 1. So
I cannot believe that there isn't a more, a safer way of doing this.
So although it looks like we're still,
Yeah.
we're both going forward, but at the same speed.
Yeah. Okay. Which is what?
2.5 knots,
Not
3
a lot,
knots. It's
yeah,
very
okay.
slow. It might be a bit more than that. Could be
Yeah.
5 knots. You want to go certain speed because then you get steerage.
If you look at the water, you'd think you're doing a lot faster than that.
And now Gary's going. He's pilot number 2.
Yeah.
And right, hold tight because we're going to bear away now. So
Well, oh, Matthew, I'm pleased to see you're still here.
there we go. Don't fall in, Gary. And look how small he is compared.
I know. Matthew,
Good.
we've just dropped our 2 pilots off, and now we're sort of disappearing off into the ether. Where are we going now?
Yeah, so what the plan is now, we've just embarked the 2 pilots on the vessel.
Yeah.
So they'll be like just making their way up to the bridge to meet the ship's master to do the ship pilot interchange. So they'll be agreeing the passage plan that'll bring the vessel into port. So we can see we've got the tugs nearby. So the tugs will come alongside the vessel really shortly.
Yeah.
They'll connect, and then the ship will make its entrance.
Right, here we are. So we're just coming around the corner within the port of Sunderland, and the ship's made better progress than we expected. We just came in for a quick break, and now we're out again. And we've got a tug just here on the right-hand side. That'll be the pusher. And this huge vessel has now come through the breakwaters and is now a tug at the front.
Oh yeah, okay.
And there'll be a tug at the back, and that's the important one, slowing it down, because the ship's got a huge amount of momentum.
Yeah.
And unless they slow it down, it could just carry on and hit the buffers at the end. So look,
That is an enormous. You don't realise the extent of it until it's in the harbour. I mean, that is just enormous, isn't
it's a
it?
huge vessel. So when you're at sea, it looks big,
Yeah.
but you've got nothing to relate it
No.
against.
No,
now
it
it's
really
here.
has brought the perspective.
I
to-
mean, you
to
can
the job.
see there. And so the tug that's come from Middlesbrough this afternoon,
Yeah.
especially for the job,
Yeah.
is now just putting a little bit of dragging it forward. You see there's quite a lot of tension
Yeah.
in the line. What we can't see, but we will do in a moment, is the stern tug that's also pushing back.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's going to be dead slow.
190 odd metres long.
Yeah.
That is some beast.
Yeah, 35 metres wide or so.
Right.
I think this one can carry about 45,000 tonnes.
Okay.
And it's come all the way from Trinidad,
Yeah.
across the Atlantic Ocean, sipping fuel as it goes.
And you'll have that emptied in 24 hours and it'll be off again.
Yeah, as soon as it docks,
Yeah.
we'll hook up. We'll go on board, we'll do the paperwork and all the sort of practical things.
Yeah, okay.
We'll hook it up and then it'll discharge at about 1,000 tonne an hour.
So,
Yeah.
John, just run us through the logistics side of it. So we're now in the main plant, if you like.
Yeah.
So you're this is where it all happened. So we've seen that bloody great pipe.
Yeah.
315
Well, that will
mil.
emerge. So what we've got here is about 35,000 tonnes of storage, all above ground within a secure environmental bund here.
Yeah.
And the bund is fixed so that if the largest tank was to fail,
Yeah.
it would be completely contained securely within the concrete wall and so forth. And then there's another 10% safety margin on top.
Right.
So the ship, which is over at Corporation Quay, is pumping, and that will then come up and will be diverted into one of these 3 tanks. And we've got radar monitors in each of them, so we know precisely to the nearest ton or so what's in each tank. And as the ship discharges, then we're in constant contact with the captain, and we're load balancing, and it'll do about somewhere just north of 1,000 tonnes an hour discharge rate.
That is phenomenal.
Yeah, there we are.
That is phenomenal.
And each of these tanks holds about 8,500 tonnes.
25,000 tonnes on the ship.
Or thereabouts, yes.
Or something like that, anyway. And you're discharging at 1,000. So it's still going to take a day to
It's going to take 24 hours. And what will happen is the ship will start slow.
Yeah.
Because you've got to pressurise the tank. The ship will pump to 16 bar, and the pipeline's rated for 16 bar.
Yeah.
But we'd only probably take it up to 7 bar, something like that, which is enough about 1,100-1,200 tonne an hour in due course.
Yeah.
And we just monitor it, open the ship's manifold. But the key thing is, the ship pumps the product into the tanks. We don't suck it out, the ship's pushing it.
So you've got no pumping facility here at all?
Well, we do have pumping, but for the ship discharge. And then you can imagine there's quite a head. I mean, those are 14 rings high.
Yeah.
So they're like say 16 metres tall in total. There's quite a pressure. There's about 2.5 bars of downward pressure when the tanks are full.
Yeah.
So then, in due course, we will use gravity to discharge those tanks into production.
Yeah.
And that's where we're sort of very efficient.
Yeah.
We don't need to pump. It's very low cost, very environmentally friendly. Yeah.
We'll go through this a bit more later, but for the uninitiated and the non-agricultural, we have a lot of people that watch this that aren't agriculturally based. Why are we using nitrogen fertiliser? You know,
look, nitrogen let's go back to a world situation. There's about 10 billion people live in the world.
Yeah.
And if we didn't have nitrogen fertiliser, the natural carrying capacity of the Earth is probably about 3 billion people. So you'd line 10 people up against the wall, and you'd have to shoot 7 of them.
Oh, that's not very pleasant.
Well, it's not, but that's the reality.
That's not a pleasant solution to
it's
a problem.
It's not. So the nitrogen fertilisers help the land be more productive to produce the crops to sustain the population. But there's a second angle too, because by making land more productive, less land is needed. So there's more land left for nature and other sort of environmental schemes. If we didn't have nitrogen fertiliser, we'd need to plough up nearly every inch to feed ourselves.
Yeah, okay. Well, it sounds like we'd need to plough that and more.
Well, you probably would. And of course, the other thing as well is with uncertain, we've had a very dry season, it was wet last year. With the variability in the climate, what the nitrogen helps us do is optimise the land. So we apply the nutrients when the crops need them to show their best. Importantly, at the right time of year.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of stuff about, well, can we apply organic manures? And organic manures have a role.
Yeah.
But it's just the way that they become available much later in the season is after the crops really need them in that growth spurt in March and April. So organic manures can have a role to play, but when you're really pushing for yield,
but you've got a lot more control.
You've got to put the control of the nitrogen on.
Yeah.
And of course, there are different sorts of nitrogen, solids and liquids. We're the specialists in liquids.
Yeah.
And the liquids is so much more controllable, it's pumpable, logistically, it works better on the farm. We can deliver straight to the field edge rather than to a central store where it needs to be double handled on the farm. There's no plastic.
No.
There's all sorts of good reasons why the world is moving to liquid fertilisers. Not least because when the sprayer's out there, you can go for the full width.
Yeah.
It's challenging to throw some of those small granules that we've historically used all that way evenly, so you get striping. There's no striping.
No, I have to say I'm a fan of liquid nitrogen for that reason.
As you get close to these tanks, and let's not trip over these big these big pipes which all connected together.
I'm not very agile, but I can just about manage those.
But as we get close to the tanks, I come up. I'm not that tall. I've got 1.5 rings, but this goes 14 rings high.
You're not getting me up there.
Well, if you want to chicken out, I'll go up there and talk down to you. So it's a shame we've had to leave Michael on the ground, but I'm pleased that you're here, Tom. So see the fantastic view of the harbour's mouth from Sunderland, where the ship comes in through the harbour's mouth there. It slows down, the tugs will sort of retard the vessel as it passes through, and then eventually it will just dock where that trailer with the paper is just emerging there, and on that quay there.
So you were talking about bunding. Is
Yeah.
that a legal requirement? That's your legal requirement to...
For this, if you want to be fully regulatorily compliant,
Yeah.
and we comply with the Eurocode standard and the CIRIA, CIRIA standards,
Yeah.
then you have to bund a large site like this to the size of the largest tank
Yeah.
with a 10% safety margin.
Okay.
And I think there's slightly more than that here, but you know, it's a fully cast concrete wall.
Yeah.
I can't remember how many, Steve, was about 18 inches of concrete reinforced with piles.
So for one tank,
Yeah.
that's the same amount of piles in the area for those 5 tanks.
Right.
Yeah.
Hold the 8,000 ton.
Okay.
So yes, so this has got, as I recall, 72 piles
Right.
in each tank base. Or it might be 99 and 72 on the small, I can't remember, but it was a major operation
Yeah.
you know, to get these piled. Because as is so often the case in port-related land, it's made
Yeah.
ground.
Yeah.
So we had to
Okay,
go
so
all
it's
the
not-
way to the underlying granite.
Good God.
And so
Okay,
these,
So you had a fair old...
yeah, it was
fair
a,
old there.
6 metres as well, 6 metres down.
yeah, it's a thick end of
Really?
2 million quid's worth of groundworks just in this
crikey.
bund.
Crikey, O'Reilly. Okay.
Yeah. 5,000 tonnes of concrete.
God, James would be sniffing it and licking it. He absolutely loves concrete.
Yeah, and rebar stuff like that. But it's look, it sounds expensive, and it is
Yeah.
expensive. But if you lost the tank into the dock,
Oh, yeah.
well, first of all, you've got the stock loss,
Yeah.
which would be painful.
Yeah.
But just the effect on the environment and stuff. You've just got to do it properly, and you know, I just can't understand how anybody wouldn't want to bund.
No,
a
I
tank.
get that. No, I'll tell you what really interested me is that the bund wouldn't take the contents of the entire site, which I suppose
Yeah.
you'd be fairly unlucky if you lost
Yeah, I mean, if you
more than one tank.
yeah,
but-
if you lost three
Yeah.
tanks at once, it would be, you know, that would be a disaster.
Yeah.
But learning from the Fukushima nuclear disaster in Japan,
Yeah.
where they had a bunded situation,
Right.
but all the pumps were on the insides of the bund.
Right.
So when the tide came in, it washed away all the electrics,
Oh, dear.
so they couldn't then use
Oh,
it.
dear, right.
So we've designed everything so all the electrical installations are on the outside of the bund. So if we ever needed it,
Yeah.
not that we do,
Yeah.
then we've still got access to the machinery.
Yeah.
And it's small little details like that
Yeah.
that make it, you know, not disaster proof, but you've got to think about not just the bund because we're building it for the regs,
Yeah.
but if you needed it, how would you use it?
Yeah.
And then it's totally secure, and there's some standing water here. This is rainwater. It rained last night.
Did it?
Yeah. So we will. Were you asleep?
Well, I must have been.
And,
not for long, but
we recover this rainwater.
Yeah.
Because the fertiliser that comes in from the ship is really concentrated.
Yeah.
It's probably too concentrated for use directly by a farmer.
Yeah.
So we'll either dilute it down to 30% with water, and we're using rainwater.
Yeah.
Alternatively, we'll cut it down with ammonium thiosulfate.
Can you
for the
harvest
sulphur
enough
grade.
rainwater to do it all
we
with
can.
rainwater?
It's only a few percent, so it's
Yeah, so you're not using
We're
vast
not
quantities.
using very much.
And this is where the inlet.
Yeah,
into
this
the
is
tank.
this is the inbound.
Yeah.
Tank number 3. You can hear it's empty, but by 10 o'clock tonight, this will be full.
Right.
And then Steve and his team will be in constant radio contact with the ship, so they will dial up and dial the pumps to our order, and then we'll decide whether to open this valve,
Yeah.
you know, or close it.
Okay.
In either Tom, Dick, or Harry.
Right.
We give them names.
Why does that not surprise me?
In Yarmouth, they're John, Paul, George, Ringo, and Pete, who's the Beatle that everyone forgot.
Yeah, very good, very good. So an interesting fact that you told me last night is that
Yeah.
these pipes are all pressure tested pre
Yeah.
the boat coming in.
That's right. Yeah.
So that if there is a problem, you identify it before it's
Absolutely.
full of
Look, when the ship arrives on the quayside,
Yeah.
if you delay it, it's $30,000 a day.
Oh crikey!
I mean, so
okay,
that's you know, that's over $1,000 an hour.
Yeah.
So you want to be really slick and streamlined. What most ships would do is they connect to the pipe, and they would then rev up with the compressed air themselves.
Right.
And then we walk along with literally a squeezy bottle and some very liquid to see
Yeah.
if there's any leaks. But that takes time, 2 hours. Well, time is money.
Yeah.
So we went down to Speedy Hire and rented an air compressor. And yesterday we revved it up to about 10 bar,
Right.
which is way in advance of
what you
what we
actually
need.
operating at, yeah.
Went with the squeezy bottle. It's all done. So as soon as the ship docks, we're ready to go.
Bob's your uncle.
Yeah.
Yeah, very slick operation.
Okay, so we're now just right next to our terminal here.
Yeah.
And this berth here, So there's the Long Viking on that vessel taking steel away,
Yeah.
and there's another berth here.
Okay.
So when we shuttle the ships down to Great Yarmouth, they will come onto this berth.
Okay,
here.
so they're smaller vessels, so they can get a bit closer.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
So under the ground that we're walking on are 2 dedicated pipelines. There are pipelines, we don't share
Yeah.
them with everybody else.
Oh, so you've got to have yet another separate pipeline to load these boats.
Yeah, and so under these hatches here, I won't open them up because they're
No,
really heavy.
no.
But this is, when we specified these, we went to Stansted Airport.
Right.
And these are the covers that are strong enough to take an aircraft.
Oh, crikey. Okay.
So, and that's important.
They shouldn't
because-
let you down.
I know. So you know they get a crane up and down.
Yeah.
So we'll open these hatches up
Yeah.
and put a glorified fire hydrant, so to speak, a manifold,
Okay.
and that will then connect up to the ship, and then the fertiliser, with a little bit of help from the pump, but
Yeah.
gravity does most of the work.
Yeah.
Will then discharge from one of the 3 big tanks
Okay.
into the ship,
Yeah.
and the next time you see it, it'll be in Great Yarmouth.
Okay. So this area, actually, you don't own.
No, this is a public key.
This is a public key.
Public key.
And you just rent the space when you need it
That's
to
it,
load
yeah.
your boat. and
I mean,
away you go.
the economics for the port
Yeah.
are that the port will make some money from the ship owner,
Yeah.
and there's a standard charge based on the internal volume of the ship.
Yeah.
So they pay ship dues. We pay cargo dues on
Yeah.
our account, so that'll be so much per ton of every ton that goes through the pipe.
Right.
And then depending on how frequently the boat's been, there may be light dues, which contributes to the cost of the lighthouses and the shipping buoys for Trinity House.
Okay.
And there's and pilotage as well. So when you go out on the pilot boat,
Yeah.
well, clearly they charge you for that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
So the vessel that's coming in later today is probably going to be worth to the port well over £100,000 in
So
fees and charges all round.
Just to pick up on something there, they charge for the size of the vessel.
Yeah.
The vessel's only half full.
Yes, I mean the vessel we're taking today is only half full.
Yeah.
And there's a good reason for that.
Yeah.
If it was full,
Yeah.
it would sink so far into the water,
Yeah.
it would touch cloth on the bottom.
Okay.
So it's
Okay.
it's discharged half of its load in Ghent,
Yeah.
and it's coming to us. But yes, the ship owner
Yeah.
will pay on the total internal volume, full or empty.
Oh, good
But
God,
we
right,
pay
okay.
on the clock as it goes
Yeah,
through.
okay. So
uh,
you're paying
the
for
pipeline.
what you're receiving, but they're paying for
Yeah,
the whole vessel.
But that's sort of worked out
yeah.
in the charge.
Oh yeah,
it's
worked
just the
out
cost
in
of
the
business.
costings,
You know,
yeah, okay. You were telling me last night that you had a boat that nearly beat you there,
Yeah.
which takes a week to unload.
Yeah. Steel
So
boat.
that was a steel boat. They're not in and out in 24
No,
hours. So if you get that wrong,
It's at least 5-6 days because they
At
take them out
$30
one slab at a time. We'll have a look at the slabs later on. They take them out one slab at a time,
yeah,
and it's really difficult because we're not in competition with the current vessel, but there was the potential of a conflict.
yeah,
And the steel boat that's now coming in on Friday, I think it is, could be Saturday, so we're not overlapping. But how do we overlap? That set off from South Korea 60 days ago.
Christ.
Our
right.
vessel set off from Trinidad 16 days ago.
Yeah,
It's 3D chess. But if you're on top of the job, you can radio the captain and say, look, he's not quite reached the Azores yet.
Yeah.
Just step it up half a knot
yeah,
or slow down a bit.
okay,
And so we had that sort of level of attention to detail.
yeah,
Um,
and cooperation
Yeah,
with other with
exactly.
third parties.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
amazing.
But the ship will cross the Atlantic at an economical speed,
yeah.
about 11 or 12 knots. I mean,
Which it just blows my mind. I mean, something of that size.
that's why it
doing-
takes 2 weeks.
I know, but can you imagine? You'd have thought that the speed would be the essence, but it's the fuel usage that costs the
Exactly
money.
right. I mean, the Queen Mary going across the Atlantic, I'm sure will do 20 knots or something.
Yeah,
But there are lots of rich people paying heavy fares.
Yeah.
But shipping, global shipping, and you've only got to look on marine traffic to see how many vessels there are.
yeah,
They want to go at economical speed.
yeah,
But the thing is, the longer the vessel and the heavier it is,
yeah,
once they get going, and the propeller thrashes for about an hour to get him up to cruising speed of 11 or 12 knots,
yeah,
momentum then carries them forward. They tick over.
yeah,
Whereas the little ships, which you would imagine were more fuel efficient,
Yeah.
aren't, because there's not enough momentum. The
No,
engine's got to
okay,
keep
so they
working
need
harder.
to. Oh, right. They
So
need,
a really big vessel will burn about 21 tonnes a day of heavy fuel oil.
yeah,
The smaller vessels burn about 14 tonnes.
20 tons a day. Jeepers.
But the 20 tonnes is spread over 50,000 tonnes.
Yeah,
The 14
yeah,
tonnes, it's spread over 4,000 tonnes.
Yeah, so
of-
the economics
the,
just don't
the
compare.
larger vessels are about 2/3 more fuel efficient
Yeah,
per tonne
Yeah.
landed here in the docks than the smaller vessels that we might have bought in the olden days
Yeah.
from the Baltic trade in Poland, Lithuania,
Yeah.
Latvia,
Okay.
even before the Ukrainian war from Russia. So we're really pleased to be here in Sunderland. I mean, we've got two locations, Sunderland and Great Yarmouth. We have national coverage from there. But we're really pleased to be part of a proper working port because we've got
It
steel
really
here.
is, isn't it?
So, well, look, this looks from Azovstal. So this is, look, and you can tell by the rust, it's been here for a while.
Yeah,
This has probably come from Mariupol,
right.
Azov Steelworks, which
Yeah.
is now, of course, flattened in the Ukrainian
Yeah,
war. So that's each of these slabs, nearly 28 tons. So one of those will go
Yeah.
in a lorry, probably go to Gateshead and be melted and then turned into car
Yeah.
panels for
Yeah.
Nissan.
okay, so it all goes on.
Yeah. Over there, you've got some scrap steel that's going to Morocco.
Yeah.
There's a load of phosphate coming in.
And then we saw a load of
Friday.
paper.
Yes, paper pulp
Yeah,
going. And of course, you've got these great big cranes which are made in Sunderland too, and some of those are exported around the world. So
that is just enormous, isn't
yeah.
it?
So I think we're quite a valuable client to the port, but we have to work in with everybody else, and
Yeah.
that's just the way global trade works.
Yeah.
You know? We've left the EU, we've got to be a global trading nation, and part of what we do, along with other people, is there. But everything changes, and I suppose the nature of the change in global trade is just exemplified by that Azovstal.
Isn't it just?
I mean,
Isn't
that
it?
steelworks
Yeah.
doesn't exist anymore.
No.
It was flattened in the war,
Yeah,
and this is probably one of the last tangible remnants
yeah,
of the world as it was in Ukraine before that February 22
yeah.
invasion. We've just got off the pilot boat, now on the quay side, coming to the quay. It's only really when you're up against it can you see the true scale.
Absolutely. Now
and
it's in
and
dock.
magnitude. I mean, at sea, there's nothing to benchmark yourself
No.
against.
Absolutely.
But here,
vast.
you know, we've got, and it towers above us. And of course, as it empties, it'll go higher and higher and higher.
Yeah. Okay.
As the cargo gets discharged,
And
it'll sit higher in the water.
well, how many on it? How many? What's the crew? 30 odd. Did
I
they
don't
say?
think it's quite as much as that. I think it's about 20.
Doesn't seem a lot of
22.
people, does it?
Obviously, you've got the captain and first mate, engineer, cook.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of deck hands here, and but you see, we've got half a dozen guys over there to the left. Who are the linesmen?
Right. Okay.
They're going to make sure it's moored securely.
Right. And somewhere your guys are here, ready to.
Yeah, we're ready as
plumber in
well.
and go.
And just as we approach here, okay, so the vessel's now sort of dead slow. You can see the pipeline here
Yeah.
that we have pre-prepared,
Okay.
ready to accept the vessel.
And that goes all the way. How far is it?
Well, it's 600 metres that way.
Oh, is that all?
To where the tanks are.
Yeah, it looks
But-
further than
And
that.
we've mobilised this one for this particular vessel.
Presumably it's wedged in a lot of concrete
Yeah,
to
it's
stop it
wedged in.
moving.
Yes, because when the ship starts to discharge at over 1,000 tonnes an hour,
Yeah.
there's quite a lot of vibration,
Right.
and we don't want it to shuffle into the drink.
no,
So we've got
okay.
these concrete blocks; they keep it stable. So this is quite a fixed pipe. But at the end of here, which we'll see in a moment, there's a bit of flexi,
Right.
and the flexible pipe, which is rated for 16 bar,
Which is a lot,
which
yeah.
is with a lot of pressure. Will hook up to the ship's manifold.
Yeah.
So as we look onto the tug here, you can see the line's really slack.
Yeah, so he's not doing
you
a
know,
lot now. at the
It's
moment.
just it's the momentum of the previous, getting into the harbour. It's
Yeah.
still carrying it forward, but it's dead slow.
Yeah. So if anything, the job now will be to stop it rather than
Yeah. And that's why there's another tug at the back.
Yeah. And one the other side of this that's
And then that will just push it
in.
laterally.
Yeah.
Onto the side.
Okay.
So yeah, here's the flexi pipe. So this is the business end. I
Yeah.
hate to tell you how much this pipe costs.
The flexi. Well,
Yeah, it's
yeah. Okay.
Yeah, really expensive. We've got two
Right.
of them. You can see the stainless banding. It's all pressure tested.
Yeah.
Huge. So there we are. But what we've done in advance is to pressure test the whole line.
Right.
That speeds the discharge
process. Otherwise, the ship would have to pressurise the line.
Right.
And that takes time with testing and certification.
So you've pressure tested it with air as opposed to
Yeah.
water or
That
fertiliser.
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay.
So here we are. I mean, just walking
So-
down the length as we've just walked to this pipeline took us.
I'm worn out.
Took us a few minutes. Yeah, and this is only halfway along the boat.
Yeah.
And I think the thing is, Michael, this happens in global shipping
Yeah.
every day.
Yeah.
And we're an island nation, we're a trading nation.
Yeah.
And these are skills that most people don't get to see because it's hidden
It's fascinating.
because we're in a secure port. You know, the man in the street, the general public can't get in to see this.
Yeah.
But there's some real skilled workers here.
The
who-
fertiliser arrives on farm in our tanks with a lorry, and that's as much as we know about
Yeah,
it.
that's right.
This is absolutely fascinating to see what goes on behind the
Yeah.
scenes. It really is. Really fascinating.
And this cargo was entered into contract in May. We're now in August.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, it'll, since then, I mean, the price has gone up quite a lot. So when James fixed his price
Yeah.
in May,
Yeah.
he's sitting on the right side, he's sitting on
Yeah.
the green side of where the market currently is.
He always comes up smelling of roses, that bloke.
I mean, we sort of had to half persuade him, but
Yeah.
yeah, you could smell it going up, and
Yeah.
he placed the order. So he should be happy. We're happy. The ship's happy.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Everybody's happy.
yeah, it's sort of worked. But look how many people we've got on the quayside here,
Yeah, I know.
ready to ensure.
And these aren't your guys,
No,
are
these
they?
aren't our guys. These are with the Port of Sunderland.
Right,
They're
okay.
skilled linesmen. Got a
Yeah.
similar crew on the vessel. The vessel's nearly docked. Oh, there's the
Oh,
first
here we
line.
go, yeah.
So they'll bring the first line ashore. So that then the ship will then start to take its own
Yeah.
course now, bring itself on.
Okay.
Yeah, but the tugs are still here.
Yeah.
It all works very well.
That's just surely that's just bringing that's going to bring a bigger
Oh,
line
yeah,
down than that.
that's
We're
a
not
small-
gonna,
no,
that's
no.
big. If we tie bales up with string, they're bigger than that.
No, that's the heaving line.
Yeah.
And they've connected the other end of that to a really big rope.
Yeah,
and
that's
that'll
what
be
I
the
figured.
first one, yeah. So they'll hook that around bollard, probably bollard number 7, something like that.
Right.
And then drive forward a bit. And the act of driving forward will work against the bollard.
Yeah.
It'll just pull it in.
Okay.
So just about everyone we've seen thus far has been working for the port. But the baton's now passed to our team, the brine flow team. And there's a couple of jobs to be done now. The first of all is to prepare the pipe to go on board. It's a really expensive piece of kit, the flexi pipe. We don't want to scuff it or damage it in any way, so there's some protective rubber here, just to give it a little bit of support, belly support, like a
Right.
belt. And they're just preparing that. And in a moment, they'll send the ship's crane down, and the ship's crane will be used to support that. And you can see that they've got. It'll put it on the ship's rail, and we'll take it from there.
So the boat's been here literally 10 minutes, and you will start unloading straight away.
Oh no! First of all, they'll lay the gangplank.
Yeah.
We'll go on board, exchange the ship's papers.
Okay.
Because until we've got the ship's papers,
Yeah.
nothing really happens.
Oh, okay.
But it doesn't mean they can't start preparing.
No.
But they start pumping at the appropriate moment. So we've just come up the gangplank.
Yeah, we have.
We've checked in.
It's a long way up there.
It is a long way.
Long
up.
way down there.
And we're just about to go to the bridge with the cargo surveyor to just double check what's on the bill of lading.
Yeah.
Truly is on the bill of lading.
Yeah.
And they didn't overdraw on the
Okay.
previous stop in Ghent.
Yeah. So you're getting what you paid for.
Exactly right. And so there's a
Effectively.
bit of bureaucracy, as you would expect.
Yeah.
It's all part of health and safety.
Yeah.
That's what you'd expect.
So we just signed onto the boat, so
yeah,
they know
yeah.
who's here and who's not.
So your next stop, now you've signed onto the crew list, your next stop is Hamburg, Mike.
Yeah, wonderful.
You don't get to go home. So, as I understand it, there are 6 tanks on the port and 6 tanks on the starboard.
Yes, sir.
Is that how it works? And what's the capacity of each tank?
Yes, sir. What is the capacity?
Yeah.
Sir, capacity is almost 4,000 metric ton each tank.
Right, okay.
Almost, but all the tanks come. Some are small, some are bigger.
Yeah.
I am just telling you the average size.
Roughly,
sir.
yeah.
Roughly,
yeah,
sir.
that's-
Roughly.
that's-
Okay.
So near about 4,000 metric ton one tanks can load.
Yeah.
But some are just four tanks are smaller, so they can load 3,000. Center tanks are bigger, So they maybe that tank contain more 4,500 something like that.
Okay.
So average is approximately 4,000, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
And then everything, I think we're discharging from manifold 4.
Yes, sir.
On the port side.
Yes, sir.
So you get to consolidate with the pumps, everything through the one.
Yes, sir.
manifold,
We
right?
just line up, sir. Yeah.
The lineup is in such a way that whichever manifold you are using, port side or starboard side,
Yeah.
then the tanks lineup and the pumps lineup is similarly to that side.
So all the pipes are connecting, sir, and we can make it common.
Oh yeah.
So
Cross connections,
yeah,
line
yeah.
masters.
Yeah.
So whichever line we can berth on port side, starboard side, any which way. And
So
then,
all are actually joining.
Cargo, load cargo from either side.
Yes, sir. So we can do no problem, sir.
So how long did it take you to load the vessel in?
Sir, depends on the terminal rate, sir.
Yeah.
Like some terminals gives a little rate. So like here we are discharging for 36 hours.
Yeah.
But as per my capacity, I can discharge in 14 hours only.
Yeah.
But if the terminal ready to take the cargo in 14 hours, my vessel has capacity to discharge in 14 hours.
Bloody hell.
So depends.
Don't
yeah.
burst the pipes.
So depends. Yeah.
You were rated for 16
Because the
barrels.
pipe, yeah. You see, my pipe is pipe is bigger, sir, like a diameter, and their pipes are smaller, so they cannot take much cargo.
Yeah.
So it will take. That's why it is taking 36 hours.
Yeah.
So they're now craning your pipe up, look.
Yeah, craning the pipe up. No, actually,
Or
no,
something.
first they're
No,
bringing
what
the
are they doing?
suitcases.
Oh yeah, they are as well.
slinging the suitcases.
So the big crew change tonight.
Yeah,
so they're-
crew change.
that's their luggage, no doubt. There's a lot of pipe work, isn't there?
So, sir, this is actually egg dish. Actually, you can see here.
Look at this.
This equipment is called egg dish.
Yeah.
This contain all the chart of the world. Like I am coming from Antwerp. Like you see, here is the last port is Ghent. Here we departed from this this Ghent. Then with the pilot we came outside because it is a river. So in the river we are not allowed to sail by own. Just like the pilot came boarded and he brought vessel here. So again, sir, here the pilot brought the vessel here, and here then now after this I took over the command. And still I was there in the command only, not
But he was under
yeah,
your direction. Yeah.
but under the direction of me. Yes, sir.
And is it an easy ship to steer? Is it a nice ship or?
It's very nice ship, sir. It's a nice. It's a very nice ship. It's actually 4.5-year-old vessel, and all the equipments are working perfectly. So it's very easy for us to whatever you say, whatever, just like you are driving the car, like you just had given the right helm, right steering, the car is going right. Same like this vessel. Where you will, what you want, this vessel supply to you.
Fantastic.
So all the equipments are very powerful and very good.
Very good.
This is a live boat, sir.
Oh, that's a lifeboat.
Live boat. Like in case any emergency, like we have to leave the vessel.
Yeah.
In any cause, like any emergency has happened on board, like a vessel is sinking or vessel have collided or something else. So in that case, we will go inside, we will go outside, and we will leave the vessel.
Okay.
This is for protection of our life.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We have the arrangement, sitting arrangement. Everybody, 21 crew can sit inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, please,
No, I won't.
be careful. You can keep your leg near, no problem. But this is a live boat, sir.
That's amazing.
This is
So
all
you all get in there and strap yourselves in, and then we'll go. But it's a long way to fall. Long way to drop. Does it just drop?
Yeah,
or
it
does
will
it
drop.
winch down?
Yes, sir, it will drop.
Just to be used in case of an emergency.
Say again.
When we cannot save the ship.
Oh yeah, no. Oh no, I realise that. This is last resort.
Yeah, this is the last resort.
Very last resort.
Yeah, this is the last resort.
Yeah, I'd need to know the ship was sinking before I got in there.
Yes, sir. Like, sir, everybody, if this guy is not standing here, so we will know, okay, this motorman 3 is not standing here. Then we will search for that in case of emergency, where he is.
Yeah.
And then we will take him also to the boat, and then we will leave the vessel. Otherwise, if one person is inside, we are failed.
So you can't go without. So it's either all out or no one out.
Yes, sir.
Oh right, that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah. That's why
Yeah.
we have marked everything so
Yeah.
that it quickly say it will keep. We will quickly find out who is missing.
Yeah,
If
okay.
he is not standing, he is missing.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Like I am watching somebody is sinking there.
Yeah.
I can lower this one. Some my crew will go from this boat to down, and then
rescue them.
my crew will pick up him to the boat, and he will bring him on board.
Has that ever
So,
happened? Has that ever happened?
Yeah, many times happen, but with not with me, but many vessels do that. Like suppose in the mid sea, like we seafarers fall during the work in the sea,
Yeah.
and we found that somebody is sinking or somebody is just swimming.
Yeah.
So we just go there by this boat, and then we'll take him on board, and then we will report to the company and we will report to the authority. We have this person. Then the authority will take him will send him to to their home.
Yeah. Okay.
So this is this one, sir, the deck area. Like from there,
Yeah.
from this bulk, this yellow type bulkhead
Yeah.
to the forward, we load the cargo, sir. This is the cargo area.
Oh, okay.
And before this one, we have the accommodation and we have the engines.
Yeah.
And we have the control upper to run the vessel.
Okay.
So from here to there, everything below this
So these are
plate.
tanks?
Yeah, below this deck,
Yeah.
we have the tanks.
Right,
So we have the cargo inside.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we will discharge this one.
Right.
This is called winches, sir. We just you have seen the mooring.
Yeah.
Like vessel is alongside with this by using this one, because vessel is tied with the jetty by using these ropes.
Yeah.
So this is the winch. We can just pull up the winch and we tied the ropes so that vessel will be alongside
Yeah.
all the time till the time we are here at the berth.
Right.
So this is the pump, sir.
Oh, that's your pump.
Actually,
right.
this is the just looking, but it is a pump inside the tank.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, inside the tank. When we will start, it will discharge from this pipe. It will go to the terminal.
Okay. So there's one on each tank. One
Yeah, one HE tank. Sir.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
we have 14 tanks
Yeah.
and we have 14 pumps.
Right. Okay.
So one at each tank.
yeah.
So it is looking as very small, but it is it is going totally inside.
Yeah,
Like
okay.
we have the tank for 18-meter heights.
Yeah.
It is going 18-meter down.
Okay. Right.
Yeah, 18-meter down. We are standing just 80-meter up from the keel.
From the bottom of the tank.
From the bottom of
Yeah,
the ship.
okay.
So it is going 18-meter down.
But you can discharge 3 tanks at once.
Sir, we can discharge 6 tanks at one time. This vessel have the capacity to discharge maximum 6 tanks
At the same time.
at the same time. At the same time. So this we have the capacity to discharge 6 tanks at the same time. So we can run the pump 6 pump at the same time. Now we have urea in the
Yeah,
tank.
yeah.
But I am going to load the this one chloride.
Yeah.
So chloride, we cannot load chloride on the urea because the tank is now dirty for the chloride.
Yeah.
So we need to just clean the tank. Like
Okay.
yeah, hot steam. Yeah,
So
hot
you
steam.
steam the tank.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, only steaming, no, not sir. We will make the water hot and then we will put in the tank and then we will wash the tank.
Okay.
Like at home, sir, we use utensils.
Yeah.
After using the utensils, we clean the utensils
Yeah.
and then again for the reuse.
Yeah.
So that's why now the tank is dirty for the tank is now urea.
Yeah.
So after discharging everything, we have a little amount of urea in the tank. So for loading chloride, we need to clean the tank so that otherwise if you are loading the chloride on the urea, that cargo will be spoiled.
Yeah. But these are just trapdoors into the tanks.
Yes, sir. This is the ballast tank inside. We were talking about the cargo tanks.
Right.
Like in the center we have the cargo.
Yeah.
In the side we have the ballast. Ballast means water.
Oh.
Like when
Okay.
you are emptying the cargo, like vessel will not be stable.
Yeah.
Either we have to have the water in the tank
Yeah.
or we have to have the cargo in the tank.
Okay.
So we always do one thing. When we are loading the cargo, we just discharge this water.
Yeah.
When we are discharging the cargo, we load the water
Oh, it's technical
to
stuff.
maintain the stability of the vessel.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the vessel will come out from the water.
Right.
To maintain the stability of the vessel should be inside the water all the time.
Right.
So when we have to stop the vessel and wait for this one, so we just drop the anchor and just wait outside for the instruction. Like for example, I have to wait for 5 days outside.
Okay.
So we'll drop the anchor
Yeah.
and then the main engine stopped and then we can wait for this one.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So we have two anchor, one and others.
Okay.
So because in case this is not working, the other will work.
Right. Okay. So you don't need to use them both. You just
No, not required. And
No,
if
it's just a
required,
spare.
yeah, if required, we can use both.
Yeah.
But we use both, sir. One time this one time that one, because
Yeah.
to maintain the use. Sir. In case we are not using it, it will be stuck one day.
Yeah,
So
okay.
we will keep on using so that it will be ready for the use all the time.
Okay.
This is the PU valve, sir. This is the valve. It is connected to the tank. Like when we are discharging,
Yeah.
the tank
Needs air to go
Yeah,
in.
the tank is we are taking out the
Yeah.
cargo.
Yeah.
So the space in the tank is increasing now.
Yeah.
So we have to fill the space with the air.
Yeah, so they're vents, are they?
Oh yeah, this is the vent, so that otherwise the tank will be collapsed.
Yeah, okay.
So this will do that.
Okay.
This is the purpose
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
We're nearly at the business
This
end.
is the key bit,
Yeah, so there's 12 tanks on the vessel, 6 on each side, and they can all be merged into a single manifold. So here's the pipe,
Yeah.
flexi pipe, and it's just been connected.
So this
to
is
the
the
standing
this
pipe.
is the flexible end of
Yeah.
the famous pipe, which
Yeah.
is now being connected to the boat
Yeah.
for discharge. And
Yeah.
this is basically the other end of the pipe that goes to your tank.
That's absolutely right. So they're going to get the bolts on, they'll tune them up. There's special seals there. We'll do that final pressure testing. And the captain's just told us
Yeah.
they can do about 1,600 tons an hour, perhaps. Yeah, but I think we'll probably
So
stick.
you'll stick at 1,000.
I think we'll probably stick at 1,000.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, and if necessary, you've told us you could do all 6 tanks at once.
Yes, sir.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, if necessary.
It's like turning it up to 11.
Yeah. Yeah.
Amazing. So yeah. So it's taken us an hour and a half to get to this point.
Yeah.
So
What
but
from landing?
from docking, but you see, there's
Yeah.
been a lot. We haven't wasted our time. The surveyor's been on
No,
board to check
no.
the allergens. It's all certified.
Yeah.
So a lot happens in
Yeah.
parallel.
But it's all happened in calm, collected. You know, you
There's
wouldn't
no,
know it was
there's
going
no
on.
running. There's no running about.
No.
Everyone
That's
knows what they do.
amazing.
Good.
So this is the engine control room.
Okay.
So this is where the magic happens.
Right. This is where you spend the
This
day.
is where everything starts.
Yeah.
Actually, now you see we have number 1 generator panel, number 2 and number 3. So now number 2 and 3 generator are running.
Yeah.
So generators, everything electricity oriented, which needs power,
Yeah.
is being supplied from the generators.
Right.
So basically everything on the ship is running from generators.
Yeah.
So right now 2 are running, number 2 and 3. Number 1 is there, so you can see the load. We have around 250 kilowatt load
Yeah.
on each of
Okay.
them. Then these are basically panels for generators. Then all the different equipment for 440 volts
Yeah.
feeder panel, and then all the pumps. During the stages when pilot is required, when pilot is on board, and we are maneuvering, berthing, unberthing, or when in critical stages like there is heavy traffic, so that time we keep the engine room manned.
Yeah.
That time we don't put it as a unattended machinery space, no UMS. But this one is, we have, if you see right now this lamp is glowing, control room. So that means the control is with us.
Right.
So when we make everything ready and engine is blown through and everything on air, and then we give the controls to bridge.
Okay.
So because they can see outside, we cannot. So we move the controls to bridge.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then
whatever they do on board, we just move the put our handle or lever in here, and whatever movement they give, it will just follow.
Okay, so it's now 10 o'clock. It's about 6 hours since we got on the pilot boat. You can see it's dark, but only now all the checks are done. And we started now, we're connected up, and the fertiliser is now flowing down the pipeline to the tanks. Michael, have you enjoyed it?
Oh, it's been the most spectacular day. It's been fantastic. And on behalf of Tom and myself, I'd like to thank you, Captain, very much indeed. I mean, we've spent 4 hours on this boat since you landed, or whatever you do, docked. And we've looked around every nook and cranny. We've been in the engine room. And not only that, but you fed us the most amazing Indian meal I've probably had in my life. Thank you so much indeed.
Yeah.
John, thank you to you too.
Well,
thank you. You've facilitated this.
Yeah, it's been a
this
pleasure to
occasion.
have you guys here today, because I think we've shown you a side of life that you may not have discovered normally as an agronomist or a
absolutely,
farmer.
absolutely.
And we're part of the grease that makes global trade work, and
Yeah.
people like Ravi
Yeah.
here and his entire crew of 21.
Yeah.
This is what makes the world tick, global trade.
Absolutely.
And you know, it's all this work that gets, so when your lorry turns up on your farm,
Yeah.
this is what's happened first.
But that is all we see of this whole process. Our lorry
Yeah.
turn up on the farm. To have had the opportunity to come here today, see you come into port, see you land, whatever you do, dock, and then have a damn good look around the boat and have a chat with you. It's been absolutely
Yeah.
fantastic. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you so much,
Thank
sir.
you. It's been
I'm very
absolutely
happy. I made you very
tremendous.
happy, sir.
No, well, it's been
I'm
brilliant.
very happy because you are happy. I look
Well, yeah,
very
it's very good. Yeah, good.
Thank you, sir.
And meanwhile,
Yeah.
there's 1,000 tons an hour
Yeah.
flowing through this
Flowing
pipe,
this pipe.
and you can just—it's hardly making a sound.